think they got on there. Let's see. I'm pretty sure it did. Okay.
Back power.
You hurry up. I was talking to me, not you. I think this thing's on. Does it make any difference? Curses! Foiled again. Oh, look at this. It's gonna be like shooting him in a barrel. Name one neighborhood that would be very pedestrian friendly. Oh, it'd be the Dunthorpe neighborhood. I mean, like right here, because it's such a nice place to walk around in. Okay, now look what you got here. You got side of the road and ditches and all this stuff. It's just like, don't you like ever leave the house? Anyway, probably not. We're gonna be usually that kind of slow. I don't know, the whole point is to like kind of film houses and stuff, so that's what I'm gonna do. All the vehicles I rode in were always like dark green, dark forest green. When I was a kid. Where did we ever find that house that I was at? It was like something out of Gone with the Wind. The one that the mansion that it was like kind of kept at. Oh, these people sure were weird. Well, there's a house for sale with a sidewalk. And I had a sidecar. And I was drinking. Oh, a little jetway up there. I got this mansion in Dunthorpe, yeah. And then I got this little... so that everybody knows. Well, it's like security, but it's just sort of like... Nobody robs rich houses. Everybody goes to the poor houses. Why did I walk slower? I had a sidecar and I was drinking. There's a little creek right there. Romack. Gravy John Romack. I don't know. Go down there. Let's sort of stick with the plan more or less. Hi everybody, watching me from the multi-different screens that you got somewhere in each one of these houses. That was the one where when Granddad got me out of that room. I was in the almost looks like there are goldfish in there or something. Because of the little red leaves. I was up in the bedroom, and it's been there like a while. They have a thing about putting me in like in bedrooms or rooms and then keeping me there for a while or something for a very long time. So I guess soak in the symbolism or something. I mean, these people are creepy. I just sort of like, what, you want me to join you and live a life of like creepiness like you? I mean, you gotta be kidding. Don't worry, I'm sure it'll all work out really, really soon. Really, really soon. It better work out really soon. There we go. They don't even have a sidewalk for like the schools. Kind of eerie too, because it's like, I figured like, I figure a lot of these kids are like probably like mine. It's just like, sort of like, what are you doing with my kids? Why are you using them as human shields? Oh, there we go. Okay. Here's my prison thing. Well, that thing is either going to Manitoba A, or it's going to somewhere out in the middle of the North Pacific where there's like nothing. Or maybe it's just all about me. Yeah, that was like the thing. They had like a bunch of mansions, but like people didn't want to necessarily live in the same houses with some people. There was some kind of thing too, where like a lot of them just like they would be in this neighborhood and they would just like never really like leave, and they weren't really well liked outside. I don't know. This was a long time ago when I heard it. It looks like they fairly well took over Portland. Well, is it like my stick? If I hold it like that, yeah. Alright, let's see what this is. From what I can see on the map, it was like Military Road was sort of the place to be. That's what this looks like. Look, there's got people parking out over here. Look, they got, alright, who planned all this? They could have moved it a little closer and then had plenty of parking and then... Let's see, Military Road, there we go. Windows match the clouds. Okay, film the houses more than anything else. Show off your little tricks. You can do that later. Hannah wanted to she wanted us to move to the Magnolia, or the Mongolia I used to call it, neighborhood in Seattle. That was like in 2011. She was being creepy like all these people. I know this was like kind of going. I think maybe I'll stop it from making noise. This is like the most pedestrian unfriendly. Okay, maybe I should just go to this other road. It ought to be discouraging. I'm like, no. This is a red carpet they rolled out just for me. We talk about the news or something. I don't know. News in the southern United States, news in New England, and the whole eastern seaboard. News in the Caribbean. I'm getting lazy with this. I want to film the cars, not really particularly a whole lot. I guess every one of these cars, you know, somebody like lives somewhere. A lot of this though I want to get like, you know, really just the houses. You want to kind of invade that a bit. Sponsored by Red Bull. These are like houses, like the one I wanted to get in Vancouver. Easy. Stay away! Don't you invade my home. Heck with it. Really just want to kind of film the places. And I get them to swore places. They're running up the hill. They're running up that road with no problems. A lot of these are much newer than I thought. That place may have been, it was almost sort of like here, what the hill was. And then there was like a little road that went to it. A little driveway, I guess, or something. There were actually like fewer trees around it though. So I don't know if it was here, it could have been. Okay. There we go. Oh, you want to go this way? Gosh, these houses are like, so many of them are really new. It's almost like they took the old new ones. The New Adventures of the Old Christine. I think it's like that. This is like kind of like the house that's in it, isn't it? Except for like it goes like on the other side. Rhododendron, Romac. Gosh, maybe it was like here. It had like a hill like that. It was about like that, and it had this like little driveway. Could have actually been a road, but I think it was like more like a driveway. Although, you know, these roads around here are, you know, really, really small. This would have been like way back in the day. Let me out. I got the thing in my hand. Jeez, this sure looks like it. It would have been like, there could have been a drive like here where the road is, or it could have been like here. These trees wouldn't have been here. This would have been like turn of the century kind of stuff. And then there was like a house probably about where those 3 trees are right over there. And it was like a big old mansion. It was just a really big house. This is what it looked like. Went around a little bit like there, but there was like a lot of forest and stuff over there. But this was all like clear. There was like no trees. It was all this like one big like lawn, and I think there was like a little bit of a garden on sort of like one side. They were really into stuff going on like the left side. Like there was like those 2 trees where it was almost like where that was where like the door was, and it was like on the, if you go to like your left, that was like one of the rooms where they had like flashcards they would put up and things like that, you know, that kind of thing. And you know, I would like say a word and they'd like pick through things. And sometimes they'd kind of go, oh my gosh, you're just going right through it. And I'd be kind of like, I don't even know what I'm doing or saying. But they were just really creepy. The guy would go like real kind of slow, you know. Well, this is like it. This is like, this is about the topography. Now there may have been some bushes kind of like over in here, maybe on this side of the road, a little further over. I don't think there was much over like in here except some kinds of forest, but they said they had like a forest that was all like the trees in the forest were all arranged. I was supposed to be like right about here, not where that sign is, but like a little bit further down maybe. Like maybe right in the road. And I was supposed to like look at the forest and the trees and kind of like study it, and you know, I just kind of sitting there, I'm like, you know, it looks like a bunch of trees as far as I can tell. And it was like, that's exactly what I thought you might say. Oh, okay. You know, I mean, they were really creepy. The room was like kind of up in here. There was curtains on it most of the time. Oh, there was a bird and I missed it. There was curtains on it like most of the time. And then when I first got in there, though, they didn't have the curtains at all. I think they were almost all off or something. It was kind of weird. And then they put curtains on it, and then it was like kind of closed. Not sure what it was, like red felt or something like that. But it seemed like there was like 4 or 5 layers of curtains. And all the curtains were going to go to someplace really, really important. I don't know, do I about have it? I guess so. You know what this reminds me of is like Annie's house in Centralia, who is now Michelle Branch. It reminds me of it. It's not exactly, but it has this kind of like look to it. Except for it's like, you know, it's like these like 3-bedroom ranch type like houses and stuff. This is strange because it's like they're like new, you know, they're not like 80s new or 70s or whenever it is they did that. Yeah, oh, I should have gone that way. Yeah, it was like kind of like right where the middle of the road it was, like where all 3 of those roads interconnect-ish. It could have been where that sign was or that one, I suppose. And I would look over at the forest over here, and it was just like, it was like even the trees were like arranged, and there was like, I was supposed to look at the limbs of the trees, you know, and those were like trimmed a certain kind of way, and then it looked like they weren't necessarily trimmed, so it was like, maybe they were and maybe they weren't. I'm just kind of like, why is this like important? Yeah, the house was like kind of where those trees are. It was like kind of the beginning, especially those, let's say 4 or 5 trees right over there. That was like kind of like it. Was the house that big? It may have been. It looked like very different though. It looked like, you know, it was like something out of Gone with the Wind. It looked like Southern Plantation kind of thing. And it wasn't all that elaborate on the outside. In a lot of ways, though, it may have even looked like a nicer, more expensive house, though. They had like brick, and it was a little bit here and there. It was kind of sophisticated, a little brick and wood, and it's like it seemed like a little bit of everything or something. There was some sort of thing where they had a close off here, where everything was like closed off there. I don't know what that means, though. You know, it was like everything was like closed off over here, and you couldn't go over there. It was like this weird like if anybody goes there, we're gonna have that person shot, dead. You know, like that. That's what the guy was like. But it was like over here, and it wasn't like really anywhere else. I mean, it's like, okay, someone gets on the estate, right, and then they shoot him dead. I guess that's what they mean, right? It was like, not necessarily. It was like if they go a certain place, like over there, it was like they would get shot. If they went like anywhere else, it was they were like kind of indifferent about it or something. And there was almost sort of a thing where they wanted people to like sneak in like over here or something like that. I'm not really sure. Yeah, I know, it was weird.
You're doing a National Geographic.
Yeah, I guess.
What exactly are you doing?
Just taking a tour of the houses and hiking around and stuff like that.
Oh.
They got the state parks like right over there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Huh.
Anyway. Yeah, it was like there you could like sneak into the place, like over like fences or something like that. They had like, it was like they had like 4 layers of things, like, I don't know, I'm just saying like brick, and then there was like iron bars, and I don't know if they had barbed wire or something, but I think it was like blackberry bushes or something like that. There was some sort of thing about a magic blackberry bush they said they had over here that would like entangle people.